The screen is black. A pocket watch ticks in the distance. Cold wind howls across an empty plain. Then a flash of gunfire. Silence. Before the highways, before the politics and oil, there was only land, and the blood it took to hold it. A single title fades in through smoke, 1944. The Duttons aren't just surviving. They're at war. The camera opens on a snow-covered Montana plain at sunrise. Frost glistens on dry grass. A horse stands still beside a wooden fence. A barn creaks under, the weight of the cold. Everything is quiet, but not peaceful. The silence feels heavy, like something is about to break. A young woman rides alone across the field. Her coat is too big. It belonged to her father. Her eyes are tired but sharp. She reins in the horse at a stretch of broken fence, steps down, and starts repairing the wire with rough, frozen hands. Behind her, clouds begin to gather on the far ridge. A storm is coming. Montana, 1944. World War II is raging across the ocean, but here at home the battle is different. Most of the Dutton men are gone, serving overseas, buried in Europe, or never coming back. Those left behind are expected to keep the ranch alive, to protect the land, to carry the weight of a name that means more than just blood. Elsie Dutton doesn't speak much, but she doesn't have to. Every day she rides, repairs, watches, and waits. She knows the war has created a hole in the land, and people are circling like vultures. Railroad men, government agents, old enemies with new power. All of them want the Dutton land. They just needed a moment of weakness, and now they see it. From a distance, men in long coats stand at the tree line, watching. They don't wear uniforms. Their cars are polished, their boots clean. They speak in low voices and take notes. One of them holds a document marked with a red stamp, eminent domain. They aren't coming with guns, not yet. But they are coming. Back on the ranch, an envelope sits on the table, unopened. Dust gathers on the edges. A match is struck, and the camera lingers on a map. The Dutton Ranch outlined in ink. Flames begin to eat away at the corners. The screen darkens again. The storm has only just begun. A shallow grave. Shovel hitting frozen earth. Breath clouding in the cold. No music, just the sound of digging. Slow, rhythmic, and final. A simple wooden cross is pressed into the ground. No name carved, just a Yellowstone brand burned into the wood. Montana doesn't wait for anyone. Not grief, not war, not even the Duttons. And in 1944, land isn't just property. It's survival. Every acre is a battlefield. Not of soldiers and uniforms, but of water rights, inheritance, cattle, and pride. Elsie kneels beside a creek. The water's lower than last year. She dips her hand in, ice cold. Across the ridge, a rival rancher has dammed the stream, again. He's not a soldier, but he's made war all the same. His name's scratched out of old records and whispered in saloons. The kind of man who believes what's not locked down is his to take. In town, the saloon doors swing open. A stranger walks in, dusty coat, boots worn through. He orders coffee, not whiskey. The bartender recognizes him. No one else does. He fought in France. They say he shouldn't have come back. Some say he didn't. Back at the ranch, an envelope is finally opened. Inside, a single sentence. Vacate within 30 days. Government orders. No warning. No chance to fight. Just the cold edge of the law, dressed up in a uniform and handed down by someone who's never seen this land. In the barn, Elsie loads a rifle. Not out of fear, out of understanding. She knows what's coming. This isn't just about cattle anymore. This is about the name, the bloodline, the weight of history pressing down like the snow on every rooftop in Paradise Valley. The last shot shows a storm cloud rolling fast over the plains. Thunder cracks, not from the sky, from a distant gun. A cow wanders the field alone, ribs showing, brand barely visible under dried blood. The camera slowly pans to reveal a broken fence, barbed wire twisted like torn fabric. A burned tag hangs from a charred post. Behind it, the valley smolders, not from war, but from a message. This wasn't an accident. Someone set fire to the outer pasture. The grass, the fence, the cattle, all of it. Gone in hours. At the sheriff's office, a deputy slides a file across the desk. The sheriff doesn't open it, just stares out the window. He knows what's in it. He's known for weeks. He knows this land has always run on secrets, and the Duttons are tangled in every one of them. Back on the ranch, Elsie stands on the porch, shotgun resting against the doorframe. Her breath is calm. Inside the house, a wounded man sleeps on the couch, his leg wrapped in blood-soaked bandages, dog tags still around his neck. He wasn't supposed to come home. Not yet. He whispers a single name before falling back asleep. It's a name she hasn't heard in years, a name tied to death, betrayal, and a war that started long before Germany invaded Poland. Cut to a meeting in a dark room. Men in suits argue over maps and deeds. Fingers point, voices rise. One of them slams a folder shut, the words stamped across the front. Dutton Estate, Seizure Plan, Phase 2. Back on the ranch, night falls hard. Lanterns flicker in windows. Cattle shift uneasily in their pens. In the woods, boots crush snow, slow, steady, deliberate. A dog barks, then a shot. Chaos erupts. Flames bloom like flowers across the hillside. Horses scream. Elsie runs through smoke, yelling for someone, anyone. The war has come home. As the fire lights up the valley, the Yellowstone brand appears in full, burning on a barn door, glowing like an omen. This isn't about justice. It's not about law. It's about who's willing to burn everything down just to be the last one standing. Fade to black. A final line appears in silence. Yellowstone, 1944. Legacy has a cost, and everyone's about to pay. Snow falls over an open field. Quiet now. Ash drifts gently with the flakes, fire and winter meeting in the still air like old enemies. A single glove lies in the snow, soaked in blood. Somewhere, a cowbell rings. Hollow. Aimless. Inside the burned-out barn, someone kneels by what's left. A tin box buried in ash, pulled from beneath the floorboards. Inside, old photos, a revolver, and a deed. The paper is half burnt, but the name Dutton is still visible. It's all that's left, and it's not enough. A child's voice echoes, reading a letter aloud. Not current, not recent. Maybe a letter from a Dutton soldier in Europe, long gone. The words are warm but uncertain. A promise to come home. A promise that's already been broken. As the letter plays, the visuals cut rapidly. A railroad spike hammered into frozen ground. A courtroom, silent, empty. A Yellowstone cattle. Brand buried in snow. A woman alone at a grave, placing down a worn cowboy hat. The wounded soldier now awake, gripping a revolver with shaking hands. And then, a brief flash, just half a second, of something unseen until now. A group of riders on a distant ridge. Watching, waiting. Not military, not law. Something else. Something older. They turn and disappear into the tree line. The screen fades to black. Music swells, a deep, echoing cello under quiet war drums. A final title appears. Yellowstone, 1944, Episode 1. A new war, a new generation, a legacy on fire. Then, Coming 2026. One last beat of silence, then a single. Sound? A match striking. Cut to black.